Applied Digital may be sitting on one of the biggest disconnects in the AI infrastructure market. Hear me out here. This company has about $36 billion in contracted revenue. It's got a multi-gigawatt power pipeline and a market value of around $7 billion. That's a pretty gap that raises an obvious question. Is the market underestimating what happens when its data centers actually come online? Well, the real story isn't just the backlog, it's the revenue ramp that's behind projects like Polaris Forge, plus Applied Digital's growing role as an energy gatekeeper for big tech during an AI power crunch. Well, in this video, you're going to learn what Applied Digital has already locked in, why access to power could become its biggest competitive advantage, and how the next 2 to 3 years of execution could affect Applied Digital stock from here. But before we begin, if you're new to the channel, hello, my name is Rick Orford. I'm a Wall Street Journal bestselling author, been trading since 1999, and no, I'm not a financial advisor. But that's a good thing, because I'm right here with you, breaking down the numbers so retail investors like us can make smarter, more confident decisions with our money. I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. The Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. And you all know how much I love researching new stocks and trying to find the next best investment. So I'm proud to partner with The Motley Fool to bring you 10 stock picks from their popular product, Stock Advisor. Stock Advisor has beaten the market by almost 6 times. Go to fool.com/Ricko to get your 10 stock picks right now. All right, so Applied Digital is an American-based company that develops these large-scale infrastructures for artificial intelligence, high-performance computing, and cloud workloads. And it's gone through, well, let's call it a major transformation. Applied Digital originally started as a crypto hosting provider, but now it's becoming a developer and operator of purpose-built AI data centers. Now, that shift matters because AI workloads require a lot of computing power, cooling, and electricity at an enormous scale. And Applied Digital is trying to bring all three together. Then, in May of 2026, just a few months ago, Applied Digital separated its GPU cloud infrastructure business into Chronoscale. So the core business here is now actually easier to understand. Applied Digital builds data center capacity and leases it under long-term contracts that typically run for about 15 years. And those agreements produce recurring revenue as each facility becomes operational. And that makes the company less dependent on any short-term computing demand and more dependent on execution. So, can Applied Digital build these campuses on time? Can they deliver the promised capacity and then turn all of its backlog into actual revenue? Well, that's the central challenge here. Now, before I go any deeper, I do want to give a shout out to my community. It's becoming one of the fastest growing investing communities right here on YouTube, where we talk about specific companies, what they're doing, and even options trading every single day. Now, best part is it's completely free to join. Just scan the QR code on the screen or check and click the link in the description. Now, going back, Applied Digital's strategy is built around a standardized AI factory platform that has been qualified by major hyperscalers. These are the giant tech companies that are operating these massive cloud and computing networks. And that qualification helps Applied Digital deploy air-cooled and liquid-cooled facilities using a repeatable design instead of reinventing the wheel for each building. Applied Digital says it can deliver advanced 150 megawatt data centers in about 14 to 18 months while using very little water. I mean, that is very impressive. And each location can then be managed with a lean team of between 15 and 20 key employees. The company has also secured master service agreements and telecom agreements with some of the world's largest hyperscalers. Those difficult to obtain agreements all validate Applied Digital's technical standards and its ability to serve these very large customers. And management has also cited annual hyperscaler capital spending approaching $700 billion. And that number helps explain why access to power has become so valuable. Now, big tech can buy all the chips and order all the servers they want, but they still need reliable electricity, cooling, and of course enough capacity to operate at the scale that they need. And that's why Applied Digital may be better understood as an energy gatekeeper for AI, not just another data center developer. And the clearest evidence here is in the backlog. Applied Digital has secured about $36 billion in contracted lease revenue through 15-year take-or-pay agreements. Take-or-pay just means the customer commits to paying for the contracted capacity, whether it uses it or not. If all the renewable options are exercised, total contract value would rise to about $86 billion over a period of about 30 years. And management expects these agreements to generate about $2 billion in average annualized net operating income, or NOI. This is the income that the properties are expected to generate after operating expenses, but before interest, taxes, and other certain costs. Now, about 70% of contracted revenue is backed by agreements with investment-grade hyperscalers, and these customers generally have the financial strength to meet their long-term obligations, so there's no real worry here. Now, compare that $36 billion backlog with Applied Digital's $7 billion market cap. Well, we can quickly see that the backlog is more than 5 times that market cap. Of course, contracted revenue is not profit or cash today. It's going to be arriving over many years, and Applied Digital still has to finish the facilities. But the comparison exposes the investment question. How much of the revenue ramp is actually priced into the stock today? And how much value could emerge as capacity goes live? Well, Applied Digital plans to deliver roughly 1.5 gigawatts of critical capacity, and about 1.4 of it is already contracted. And most of that is expected to come online by 2028. Right now, 175 megawatts is live at Polaris Forge 1. That means much of the financial story is still ahead. And revenue should increase as buildings open, as customers use the capacity, and as lease payments begin. This is the revenue ramp that investors really need to watch over the next 2 to 3 years. Now, Applied Digital isn't being judged only on what it's earning today. It's being judged on whether management can actually convert a contracted pipeline into operating assets without delays, cost overruns, or any problems with financing. Now, with strong hyperscaler relationships and a multi-gigawatt power pipeline, the company really has 3 growth paths: expanding its existing campuses, developing new locations, and securing more contracted power. Now, management expects to deliver about 500 megawatts of new critical IT capacity every single year while market conditions are still favorable. But if demand keeps growing and the company secures more power, more contracts, and supply chain capacity, well, Applied Digital could potentially expand to 3 gigawatts within 5 years. But that growth isn't going to fund itself. For example, Applied Digital priced a $1.59 billion offering of 7% senior secured notes that are due in 2031 to support its expansion. This is debt backed by government assets, and they generally rank ahead of unsecured debt if the borrower runs into trouble. Now, the proceeds are going to fund 150 megawatts at ELN 4, the 4th Polaris Forge 1 building in Ellendale, North Dakota. And they're going to repay Goldman Sachs an administered bridge loan and fund cash reserves for scheduled principal and interest payments. Now, this financing is necessary to build the assets to support the backlog, but it does create the other side of the investment case. So Applied Digital can have an enormous amount of demand. It can have all the strongest customers in the world and valuable access to power. But if costs rise, the timeline slip, or financing becomes too expensive, the stock could struggle. And that risk has already affected the share price. Applied Digital has traded between $9 and $50 over the last year. And over that period, the stock is up about 171%. But the shares have weakened as the notes offering and the expanded financing commitments raised concerns about interest expense and balance sheet risk. Profit taking also followed a strong rally as well. So, as the valuation climbed, momentum became harder to sustain. And even good news wasn't enough to send the stock higher. I'll give you an example of this. Applied Digital eventually fell after announcing a $5.2 billion hyperscaler lease. That's kind of backwards, doesn't it? Well, that reaction suggests that investors had already priced in a great deal of optimism. Now, if you've been watching Applied Digital, maybe you want to own the stock, but maybe you'd rather buy it around 15 to 20% below where it trades today. Well, if that's the case, check this video up here because I talk about how you can sell a put option on a stock you want to own and get paid to wait for it to potentially come down to your price. And if it does, you get to buy it and you are paid to buy it as well. So how are investors valuing Applied Digital today? Well, the company currently trades at about 24 times sales, or roughly $24.50 for every dollar of current revenue. The stock also trades at about 4.9 times book value, or roughly $4.90 for every dollar of accounting equity on the balance sheet. But these last two numbers show up in the beta. Applied Digital has a 60-month beta of 5.7, and this measures how volatile a stock has been compared with the broader market. A beta of 5.7 tells us the shares have moved almost 6 times more aggressively than the S&P 500. So these multiples all go to show that the market isn't valuing Applied Digital mainly on what they're doing today. Investors are paying for what they think the company could become or might become over the next several years. And Applied Digital is still building campuses that are not fully reflected in revenue. It's got long-term contracts with companies like CoreWeave and other hyperscalers worth billions of dollars. The company also benefits from 3 industry conditions. AI demand is outstripping supply. It's basically sold out. GPU infrastructure is still constrained, and power or powerability really has become the critical bottleneck. And this last point is probably the real secret power that Applied Digital has. Its advantage may not come ever from owning the best chip or building the most advanced models. It may actually come from controlling something that every single AI company needs and can't easily create. That's large amounts of usable power in the right locations. And that could make Applied Digital increasingly valuable to big tech. But none of this eliminates execution risk. So is now the time to buy Applied Digital? Well, the consensus among 12 analysts, they rate the stock a strong buy, and that rating has held over the last 3 months. The average score is 4.58 out of 5, though it has ticked lower over the same period. But the target prices suggest that from the low to high target prices, get this, the upside ranges from 60 to 229%. Those estimates definitely support the bull case, but execution is still going to drive the decision. Applied Digital's $36 billion backlog all strengthens its revenue visibility and its long-term growth outlook. And many long-term agreements are already backed by investment-grade hyperscalers, which all suggests future contracted revenue may be more stable and predictable. And the multi-gigawatt power pipeline, well, it gives the company access to one of the most constrained resources in the artificial intelligence economy. Still, the valuations assumes a substantial amount of growth. Applied Digital has to complete its campuses on time. It's got to control financing, the cost, and meet its contractual obligations. If it succeeds, the next 2 to 3 years could bring in a major step up in revenue as Polaris Forge and the broader pipeline comes online. And that could narrow the disconnect between the company's current market value and the scale of its contracted business. But if anything slows down, like construction or financing pressure rises, that same valuation that creates the upside today could actually amplify the downside. So if you think Applied Digital can execute its expansion, that it can scale its recurring revenue and turn its power pipeline into operating assets, then the stock may be definitely worth considering. But if you're less confident in management's ability to deliver, it may make a lot more sense to wait for a price that better reflects those risks. But now I want to turn it over to you. Do you think Applied Digital's $36 billion backlog makes the stock undervalued? Or is the market right to discount it because of financing and execution risks? And do you think control over power capacity will ultimately make Applied Digital one of the biggest winners from the AI infrastructure build-out, or is that advantage already priced into the stock? Well, and of course, before I go, did I get any of this right? Did I forget something? Let me know all of that and more in the comments below. And while you're there, if you found the video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe because it really does help others find the video. It supports the channel and it makes sure that you don't miss out on my next deep dive. Well, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again here on YouTube or in my community. Bye for now.